Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where the sun is shining, and we're back here at the Alton Towers Resort today.
We are so excited to be back. So we are here at a buyout day today. So it's a kids pass day. We booked our tickets online and we get a little preview before the season.
Yeah, there's only 5 days to go until the start of the main season, and they've done this for many years, where a week before they do numerous different buyouts. They do a blue light day, they do the kids pass day, they've done other things in the past as well, like Peugeot days, John Lewis. It's basically a little preview of the season. It gets the staff used to running the rides and just gets the park operational again for the year. So we've purchased our tickets online for this today. We've used Kids Pass for quite a lot of discounts over the years, haven't we?
The good thing is with Kids Pass, they do a lot of deals for attractions around the UK, so you can save money, which is really good.
Yeah, that's the thing. You pay like a monthly subscription to it, and we just kind of get it sometimes when, you know, it works out cheaper than buying certain tickets and things. So yeah, it's definitely worth looking at if you do visit a lot of the different parks. But very excited to get in today. Of course, not all the parks open. Forbidden Valley's closed today, and a couple of other areas, but we'll have a little look round and see what we're going to be expecting for the 2025 season. And of course, we were last here a few weeks ago for the Pirate Takeover, where we were saying how nice it was not to have the tents here on the plaza. Well, they are back, and I say back, they're actually new ones that they've got here. They haven't got the Alton Towers logo on, so hopefully they'll yeah, put them back on at some point in the future. These are blue instead of purple now as well, and obviously we'll get round and see all the updates today, big and small. Oh, it's always so nice getting back onto Tower Street. Look at this, what a day for it. And here's a look at the 2025 map. Obviously Toxicator's on there as well, and yeah, because of the construction that's still ongoing, Forbidden Valley is all closed off today, so that does mean no Nemesis Reborn, no Galactico, and no access down to that back part of the park. But I tell you what, I'm loving the design of the map, because we've got like all these different logos for the areas. Like, how good do they look? It reminds me of like the really old, like early 2000 maps for the parks. That looks fantastic. Very impressed with that. Oh, I noticing the little things. They've actually updated some of the windows here on Tower Street. That one's themed to Katanga Canyon. You got like a sewing machine in there, some scissors. Yeah, it's looking very flat. I mean, I did prefer the old ones that they had a few years ago in here, where they were a bit more kind of 3D. But still, it's better than having nothing in the windows. This one's themed to the Smiler, an X sector, and again, you got like a sewing machine. Looks like a bit of an eye test going on. Oh no, that's not a sewing machine, is it? That's for an eye test. And you've got this over on the side with all the glasses. It's like an optician just there. Interesting.
It adds something to there though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's better than having nothing in the windows. Obviously with this event as well, they do advertise it as much lower queue times. It is capped a lot lower than normal capacity here at Alton Towers. So yeah, we should be seeing some pretty low queue times today as well. It's always nice coming to this though. They didn't have one last year, but we came to it the year before and it was good. And we've got another one over here. Gloomy Wood. Grim Greengrocers of Gloomy Woods. Oh yeah, I do like how they've done that. Oh, it's nice just hearing the music again. I love the music here on Tower Street. What a day for it as well. Not even got our coats on today. Perfect. Look at that sky today. You can tell that spring has finally arrived. Lovely. Heading down here into X Sector now, and yeah, it's just gone 10 o'clock, so the ride should be opening up. So excited to get back on the Smiler and also Oblivion. May as well do them both down here. Not looking too busy at all. And yeah, the rides are open today from 10 AM through until 4 PM. So yeah, 6-hour day. When it's this quiet, it should easily get round and get everything in. Obviously Charlotte still can't ride yet, but not long to go, Charlotte.
I know, I'm nearly in my 3rd trimester. I've got 1 week left and then I'll be going for it. I can't wait to get back on the ride.
Yeah, hopefully by, you know, in the summer you'll be back on the rides.
I'll be whizzing around on these.
Hey! Oh, that was good timing. Just gone 10 o'clock and the queue's open for Oblivion. Right on time. Fantastic. Let's go. I always look forward to getting back on Oblivion, one of my favourite coasters here at the park. I know it's the one drop wonder, but it's still got the best drop on a dive coaster out there in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to it. It's always that lovely point of the year now when we've come out of the winter, the weather's picking up, the parks are opening. I just live for these moments. Like, great to be back in the park. I've actually updated some of the lighting in the queue line as well, and that's perfect for Alton After Dark. For the first 3 weekends of the season, the park's open until 8 o'clock, which does mean night rides. We had that event last year and they're expanded on it for 2025. So looking forward to that at the weekends. Yeah, here on Saturday for Alton After Dark, and probably Sunday as well, to be fair. Make the most of it, the season's back. Plenty of shuttles ready and waiting. So I'll see you when I come off. Way to start the day there with a ride on Oblivion, and the views were so clear. You can see for miles and miles up there, all over the beautiful Staffordshire countryside. Fantastic ride, and just the force that you get at the bottom of the drop here is incredible. Unfortunately, there's no mist on today, like you can see. Bit of a missed opportunity. Hey! Yeah, because the mist does really add to it, so hopefully that'll be back on soon. That's the thing though, with this being like a preview of the main season, we've got to wait until next week, you know, until we see everything in its full kind of state for this year. Yeah, hopefully that mist will be on, ready for the start of the main season. Oblivion, don't look down. Oh, there goes the Smiler. I'm just so happy being back in the park right now. 10-minute wait for the Smiler. Main queue. Obviously normally do single rider on this, but no need to when it's only on 10 minutes. That's the thing with the single rider, it can be a bit of a risk sometimes. If the main queue's so short, may as well just go for that. Oh, it's not even outside the building. Brilliant. The Smiler. And this Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster owned at Alton Towers back in 2013 and still to this day holds the record for the most inversions on any roller coaster anywhere in the world. It's got 14 inversions on the Smiler. Is it ever going to get topped? Are we going to see that happen? I mean, maybe one day, but no one's topped it since 2013, so I guess we'll see what happens. I do like the queue line though, and yeah, it's very full on down here, but I do like the views you get of the coaster, like roaring above. There's not many queue lines out there where you just get this atmosphere, is it? The ride going round, and I know you're in this big kind of cage at the bottom, but I do like it. But yeah, some good views, the music's blasted out. On a sunny day it's nice, when it's raining not so much. It turns into a bit of a flood down here sometimes. Let's go, the Smiler. No signal. Yeah, quite a few effects and things don't seem to be working at the moment. It's like the queue line board wasn't working with this either, just no signal up there on the screen. Just little things that, you know, hope they can get sorted out, ready for next week. But we can't fully review the park today, because obviously it's not officially open, it is just a preview, a buyout day. Are we going to get all 4 projectors in here? Let's see. Woo. 4 out of 4. great there getting back on the Smiler. It was a row 3 ride and I was thinking, oh, how's it going to be? But no, it was really good, not too rough at all. Obviously row 4 is the one where you get some pretty big jolts whilst you're going around on there. But the other rows are fine. Obviously front row is ideal on the Smiler. But it is a great ride, and like I say, it's still got that record for the most inversions, but for how long, I guess we'll see. But no, really enjoyed it. Along with that, they've actually done a lot of painting up in the queue line and station area. Things like all the air gates have had fresh coats of paint. All the black walls up in the queue line that do get quite grubby into the season have all been painted and looking nice and fresh. What a lovely day to be here. I might even have to take my hoodie off. Like, it's really warm. I'm just wanting to get in a little update here in X Sector. You've got the 4 temporary food trucks that are back for 2025 as well. Hopefully at some point though, we'll see a couple of new flat rides down here. I really hope so. But yeah, they're back for this year. I've also just took one of the best selfies ever of the Smiler. Look at this, there we go. It's like it's been edited. I thought, oh, let's just get one and get it coming over the inversion here. But now, as you can see, both trains are in sharp bit of dueling action on the Smiler. Fantastic. I really enjoyed that. Oh, it's beautiful being back here at Alton Towers, walking around. How are you coping, Charlotte, so far?
That hill out of X Sector was a killer, so we're taking the flat path to the dark forest.
Yeah, we won't be walking up in front of the towers on that one.
Oh God, no, that's too much of a hill.
Hey, getting your steps in though. Small update, only a minor one, but I noticed all these things with it being the local park. They've redone the island there for the golf, where you can win £1,000 in the middle. Little things.
I'm still looking out for Loch Ness, because on the actual park map, the Loch Ness Monster is in this water, and I'm still looking for him because I've never seen him.
Maybe that's a hint to a future attraction.
I'll keep looking.
I tell you what, there can't be more than a few thousand booked in here today. Look at this. It is so quiet. And it's like 11 o'clock now. I think we're going to head up to the areas behind the towers. We're going to have a look round there. Here's George as well. Hey! George the goose. Look at the towers. Looking beautiful. Oh, you know spring's here when George is back at Alton Towers.
And they have babies.
Oh, here they are. Hello. They might start hissing at us. Hopefully not. Oh, here he is. I think this is him here. Oh, I don't think he likes the camera. Oh no, he's not bothered. Oh, look at the towers, looking beautiful. Oh, can we have more of this weather for next week for the main opening? That would be lovely. Now, like we say, not everything's open today, and we're not fully into the main season just yet, so we'll see what ride availability is going to be like on Saturday. But as it stands at the moment, Hex is not open today either. Obviously, it was shut for, well, all of last year and most of the year before because of technical issues, and they spent quite a lot of money on it to fix the vault. Well, it's not available today. Fingers crossed for Saturday, though.
What is going on with Hex? I love Hex. I spent all that money and it's still closed. It's so sad to see it shut again.
Yeah, hopefully though it'll be back open for the main season.
Fingers crossed.
That's the thing, we can't fully like go into things yet until we're in the main season. That's the thing, you know, and obviously it's a lot of walking around for Charlotte. Fingers crossed the Sky Ride's definitely back this year. So, hopefully from Saturday you're going to be on it.
I've literally heard nothing about the Sky Ride, so fingers crossed it's going to be ready because it's a huge part of the park. Like, you definitely need that back.
It has been testing though, so
so hopefully it'll be open on Saturday.
I'd like to think if it wasn't, the park would have communicated by now.
So that they can let people know.
Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, I reckon the Sky Ride should be back available from Saturday. Fingers crossed, along with Hex, hopefully. Love the views that you get at the back of the towers from here on the bridge in the world of David Williams. And yeah, the Cuckoo Cars driving school down here. Looking nice and fresh. I think they've done a lot of painting up around here by the looks of it. Yeah, it's looking good. Driving school. Can't wait for our little boy to go on this in a few years. I've actually been on this, and yeah, it was when I worked here actually. You used to have to park them up at night. They put them to charge just in there on a night, and you have to drive them up the ramp up here. Fun times. Raj's bouncy bottom burp. Yeah, they've definitely had the paintbrush out and the rollers over winter, which is good. Them buildings have been done at the back there because a lot of that paint was peeling, especially on the blue one there. So yeah, that's been done and it's looking nice and fresh. And then of course you've got the dark ride over here, Gangster Granny. Not open at the moment, there's a member of staff out the front, so I don't know if it was supposed to be open today and maybe it's got an issue now, but it's closed at the moment. And then yes, we have said goodbye to Flavio's Fabulous Fandango, the Sizzler ride. They've been here for 4 years since this land opened. It was a temporary ride, but obviously the retro squad all left prior to last season, and this was the one temporary ride that stayed here at the park, and it has now gone. The queue line is still in place over here. I've got to say, this is looking quite rough over here, just a bit abandoned, isn't it? It's sad because you've got the whole theatre there, and this area where Flavio's was. The funny thing is Flavio's still here, isn't he? There he is. And this is where it was. I do think though, it's quite promising that they have left the fence up here and the queue line. Maybe they are going to look for a permanent replacement for here at some point, but yeah, it has gone. See, Alton Towers has no longer got any temporary rides, which I've got to say, I am happy to see no temporary rides at the park because I didn't think they had a place here at Alton Towers, but also we need some permanent replacements now. Luckily, Toxicator's coming, but we need at least another 3 or 4 flat rides around the park. Yeah, big empty space. Still got the Roar Carousel next door though. So yeah, it leaves 4 rides in this area of the park. It's obviously previously 5. I tell you what though, it is feeling very sparse down here at the back end of the park. The Alton Towers dungeon has also closed. And what's quite funny is they've actually left the facade up from Scarefest just there. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. I was half expecting all this theming to have gone out the front here. But yeah, that's still standing. That doesn't look the best, does it, on like a medieval facade? And they've just kind of left that up there. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. Obviously that pretty much confirms that we're going to be seeing that attraction come back though for this year. And yeah, it was a family maze that only launched for Scarefest last year. So yeah, it looks like that's going to be coming back. And obviously they've left it in place, but I'm still hoping we see something permanently happen around here because it's a lot of wasted space, isn't it, round here? Like you've got the boat ride in there that's just sat there, you've got a theatre at the top, you've got plenty of space for other rides, just a lot of dead space around here. But then you look on the floor and there's markings, which is quite interesting. There you go, X marks the spot. Yeah, they've took the sign out just there, some markings there. Ah, that's quite interesting.
And all the way over there.
Ah, normally when we see markings, that's a sign that they're either, you know, mapping out where things are going to go. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, worth coming down here for a look. X marks the spot. Looks like they've also started to chop back some of the bushes down there as well, whether that's just normal like garden maintenance that they're doing, or the fact that, you know, it relates to something else. I guess we'll see. Interesting with all the markers, and obviously this is the site, what should be the entrance down to the new indoor attraction, Project Horizon. Again, we've not really heard much about that officially from the park for quite some time, but I still think it's going to happen, you know. I've still got good thoughts for that project happening at some point in the future, maybe 2027 or beyond. The fact they got planning permission for such a huge building, it would be a shame to see them waste that. And you've got to think the park hasn't had a new roller coaster for quite some time now. It was 2018 with Wicker Man. So we are certainly due a new coaster. I think a big indoor coaster would be perfect here. A lot of people had fond memories of the black hole back in the day. So no, I really hope it does still happen. But then markers, maybe it's a sign that we're seeing a bit of development down there. And you know, it might just not be the new coaster in the building at the back. Maybe we're going to see the whole area kind of change around there because it certainly needs it. So yeah, I guess we'll watch that space with that one and keep you all updated. Well, 2025 will be the year that the Sky Ride does reopen here at Alton Towers. It's been testing and it should be ready to go, hopefully, from Saturday. I mean, it's been shut for over 2 years, 2 full years without it. Obviously, it's needed for a park like this for an accessibility point of view, getting people around, but also as well, just because of the nice views that you get of the garden, the pagoda, and all around. Yeah, they've painted up the supports down here, looking nice. It all looks good to go in there, doesn't it? It's even got the wet floor signs down there, slippery service. So they've been they've been cleaning, and we should be ready to go. I'm excited to get back on the Sky Ride.
I really miss the Sky Ride. Like, the park is so big to walk around, and you realise how much you do miss it when it hasn't been here. So I can't wait to get back on there.
It'll be ideal with you for the next few months as well.
It's a big park to walk.
It is, and you're getting big, aren't you now? Oh, not long to go. Exciting. Right, down here into Dark Forest, both of the coasters should be open down here today. 13 and also Rita.
Eating and drinking on the ride is also prohibited.
Oh, why is that playing up here? That's weird. It's playing like the queue line restrictions at the entrance to Dark Forest.
Ensure that you hold on tightly.
You got to hold on tightly as you walk into the area now. As it hold on tightly. That's funny. It doesn't normally play up here. Tell you what though, it's lovely and quiet today. Look at this. Brilliant. Rita. Rita, the Queen of Speed. Not too bad considering it's a major coaster, but I still don't fancy waiting 30 minutes for Rita on one train. Just shows her, doesn't it, when some reduced capacity, how the queues build up. Saying that, it isn't officially open yet, it's just a preview today. But yeah, 30, I'm going to give that a miss. I'd rather go for a 10 down on 13 instead. Down here, and there's a few benches for Charlotte to park up on, isn't there?
Sit right outside what used to be the shop.
Oh, do you remember when that was the shop?
I do remember when it was the shop.
But yeah, we could do with another flat ride down here ideally, in that space off to the left. Really need some filler rides. A little bit underestimated this one. I've been waiting just over 10 minutes so far. Not too far now, up to the baggage hold and the station. Yeah, it's probably more 20 minutes than 10. But yeah, I have noticed they've replaced a lot of queue line fencing around the park so far. Yeah, it's looking very fresh actually, which I'm really pleased about. Some good views of Rita here as well. What a lovely day here in Staffordshire. Doesn't look like they've done any repair work to the side though of the building on 13. That was yeah, needing some major TLC up there. Excited to get back on there. I love 13, brilliant family coaster. Oh, good shot of Rita just there, and you can just see 13 peeking through the trees there. That's what really makes this ride, how hidden it is in the forest. I remember though when it opened back in 2010, you could stand here and actually see it coming out the tunnel backwards, so that's why they built the fence here, just so you could not see that, you know. But to be fair, probably wouldn't even need that fence there now, because the trees cover it all anyway. All the landscaping's kind of took over it. Looks great all around here. Yeah, it's just the main part of the building needs some TLC. Wait about 20 minutes there in the end for 13, so yeah, double what it was advertised, but still not too bad. I wish they'd known it was going to be a bit longer though, as they utilised that single rider queue. Obviously last year they did launch a new single rider on there, and yeah, it's still back for this year, which is good to see. More single rider queues at the park is a good thing, and I believe Toxicator has got a single rider queue as well. And talking to Toxicator, got a bit of an exciting update, got some photos from on the monorail, and I'll share them with you later on in the vlog. But yeah, good ride on 13. It's an excellent family coaster, and it's got all them different elements in there that really make it, hasn't it? And obviously having the drop track in there is fantastic. Unfortunately, the door didn't close behind, so it was really bright in there. But yeah, it does seem to happen quite a bit there. I don't know what causes it. Is it like a sensor issue or just not resetting time from the train before? I'm not too sure. But yeah, the door didn't close behind. But it was a good ride. I enjoyed it as always. Lovely, smooth, but also very enjoyable family coaster here at the park. More rides like that are needed because they're just great for everyone, aren't they? A 1.2 height restriction is fantastic. I did also notice whilst I was going up the lift hill on 13 that the old restraints for Rita were all just chucked on the floor at the side, and this may explain why it's on one train. They've actually replaced the restraints. They've got brand new black restraints on there, and yet the old ones are all at the side, so maybe they're still doing that on the other train at the moment, but still looking good. And the sun's staying out for us. Lovely, perfect day here at Alton Towers. So we're going to carry on down, probably have a little bit of lunch now, much like we did for most of last season. We've brought our lunch as well, haven't we, today?
I've got the packed lunch in the bag, sandwiches, we got a fruit platter as well.
Oh,
beautiful.
That sounds good. So yeah, we're going to find somewhere just to have a nice sit down and relax, probably somewhere out the front of the towers down here. Why not have our lunch? So nice just hearing the music again. I love this heritage track that plays all out the front of the towers here. What a stunning day. We can sit over here, but George might start coming over.
He's all right over there.
Oh, is he? Oh, we might just sit here then. Plenty of benches. Oh, nothing nicer than sitting down here at the front of the towers with some grapes and strawberries. Perfect. And yeah, I'll have a walk down then towards Wicker Man. Have a stroll down that way, and we'll get you on the Curse at Alton Manor actually as well, can't we?
Yeah, that'll be really nice. I'm just enjoying my ham, salad, wraps.
Hey, and good seeing the Nemesis jacket as well.
I love this Nemesis jacket. I've not been able to wear it. It's been quite cold, so I'm happy that I've got it on now.
Yeah, it's perfect. What a really lovely day today. Very excited though now for Toxicator. Really can't wait for it. Oh, that was absolutely delicious. And I'm sure we'll be having a little bit of food at Alton Towers throughout the year, but since the Aramark takeover, the food really hasn't been the best here. Obviously, a couple of years ago, they outsourced it to another company, and the prices shot right up, and yeah, the quality dropped, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll see what the food price are like and have a bit of a look round at that, and I'll see that on Saturday on the opening day. Nice view looking over the gardens. I cannot wait to get back in one of them gondolas going over there. They're some of the best views, they really are, from on the Sky Ride. It's going to be so nice.
Careful, please don't.
Carrying on down towards Wicker Man. There's George again. He was in the path just.
He's after everyone's lunch.
He is. A lot of people got the packed lunches. I tell you what, you know it's a nice day and it's not too cold when there's people piling down to battle galleons. Guns are back on now. Obviously we came a few weeks ago during February half term and they had an actor on board. Yeah, it was good fun. I did enjoy that. Something a little bit different for the half term event, the Pirate Takeover. Be interesting to see if that comes back next year or not. Let's head down to Wicker. Big Bob. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. It's been a while. Wicker Man, 20-minute wait to feed the flames on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. A little preview of the season. All ready for Saturday. You also get an amazing view of Wicker Man from on the Sky Ride on this section from Mutiny Bay down to Forbidden Valley. So looking forward to seeing Big Bob from the air again. And they've actually done some TLC around here by the looks of it. Some of the theming has not looked the best for a few years and they've actually replaced these banners here, which is good. They've chopped the bushes right back. Because yeah, if you look back at our photos and footage from last year, the bushes here were growing quite a bit. And it meant that this piece of theming over here was completely covered up. And yeah, the material had all ripped there and they've actually replaced it now. It's been like that for a good couple of years, so I'm happy to see that this view has been restored again. How good does this look? All the writing on there, that looks excellent. And instead of it actually being real material now, it's been done in like a resin of some form, like fiberglass or something. That looks awesome. Really happy that they've done that. That looks brilliant. Oh, look at this. They've also done this one as well. That's been missing for quite some time. Really good to see. I'm impressed with some of the things that we've seen so far around the park. Lots of tidying up, lots of painting. And as much as, you know, there's still stuff what could have been done, I'm glad that they've done quite a bit of it. Like some of the things that have been on my list for a while that I've been hoping for them to sort out. Yeah, it looks great. Look at Wicker Man there. Beautiful. The question is, are the flames on? Let's find out. Are they going to ignite? Hey! Feed the flames. Let's go and have a ride on Wicker Man. Oh, it's moving good. This should be only about 10 minutes from here. I do love how you walk underneath the lift hill here and you get to see the chain. Geeky roller coaster moments, I love it. It's a fantastic little GCI coaster, Wicker Man. I'll always remember looking at the plans originally when they came out and thinking, I don't know how good it's going to ride. Honestly, it rides like one of the big GCIs. It's so good. The lateral forces, the drops, the turns. Yes, I wish it was a little bit longer, but it's an excellent ride. And it's my second favourite, of course, here at Alton Towers after Nemesis Reborn. No rides on Nemi today, though. Just have to save them for Saturday. But no, it was good on there. 2 trains in service. The queue was moving pretty fast, and hopefully we'll be back on 3 ready for Saturday when the big crowds are going to be here for the main opening day. But yeah, fantastic coaster and looking really fresh. They've actually repaired all the wicker in the queue line in the pre-show area as well, because that was getting quite damaged by the end of last season. All that's been replaced and it's looking good. We're going to have a stroll up now into Katanga Canyon. How are you finding today, Charlotte?
It's quite a walking round, isn't it? But I'm taking it slow, I'm taking it steady. I've had a few packed lunch bits out of my bag while I was waiting for you on Wicker Man. I was chatting to a nice lady as well, which was nice.
Oh, that's good.
The hills.
I know, that is the thing. It is a hilly park. We need that sky ride.
We do.
We're going to much appreciate that. Let's carry on up this way. Have a look past the rapids. I don't think the Congo is open today. Well, you know what? It's only a small update, but everything counts. We've got new bins. Here we go. Bright red bins up here in Katanga Canyon. I do like how they change colour depending on the area of the park. Not too sure why the rapids are closed today, but like I say, we're not quite in the main season yet, so we'll see what happens come Saturday when it comes to ride operations and availability. I'm sure the waterfalls will be back on this year again as well. They look so much better back on. Oh, and here we go. Looks like there's actually been a bit of work happening down here. They've redone all the sides, and they've also put in like the little evac ramp there as well and completely redone it all. So yeah, that's probably why it's not yet open. Maybe they haven't finished testing it yet. Yeah, that's all been replaced. I tell you what, the park's looking quite fresh. They've done a lot of replacement of different things. We certainly had more TLC go on this closed season than last year. Oh, welcome to Katanga Canyon on this beautiful afternoon. Runaway Mine Train. And yeah, another update for you. The Katanga Cargo Games company over here has changed now just to a grabber. You've got a little jungle blaster. At least it's on theme with the area. And a grabber just over there. Obviously before this was like games that you could just pay and take part in. And obviously they had to staff them, so that's probably why that's gone. Maybe we're seeing some cuts with HP Leisure, the company that operates the games here at Alton Towers. I think I'll save Runaway Mine Train for now. Seems like a lot of people going in. And we'll head round with something that Charlotte can go on. As long as you're alright with the lap bar anyway still.
I think that should be okay.
Alton Manor.
Excited, a ride.
Hey, a great ride as well. We love the Curse at Alton Manor. So yeah, as long as the lap bar's okay, Charlotte's fine still to ride that, which is good. Probably will get to a point where you won't be able to, maybe next month or something.
Belly grows.
Yeah. Oh. Runaway Mine Train, and yeah, they've actually redone all the fences here in Katanga Canyon. How fresh does this look? Yeah, there used to be like a sign for a poster over here. That's gone now. Yeah, they've redone all this down here, and the smoke's working in the queue for Alton Manor. Hopefully things are looking up for Alton Towers this year. I'm liking some of the stuff we've seen here today. Runaway Mine Train, it is a bit of a classic. Still going strong, opened here in 1992. Hey! Yeah, I'm glad they've done all this. Fantastic to see. I'm glad they've kept it like the Alton Towers fencing, as I would call it as well. This is like proper classic towers. I do like the pointy fencing. Look at the smoke in Alton Manor's queue. Fantastic. Hopefully the trommel's working again. Like we had a bit of time at the end of the season where the trommel tunnel was out of action, so hopefully that's going to be sorted out. I feel like this fence is a little bit lower than it was before on the left. Maybe because now you can see more of the graveyard over there. Looks good. I do love Alton Manor. Let's go. The Curse. You know the smells have been topped up. I can smell it from out here. Let's go. Walk on. With the Curse at Alton Manor. 3rd year of operation now. This soundtrack is amazing, isn't it? The smell pods are strong in here.
Father, please may I go to the party?
No, you will not. Now get to your room, you wretched little creature.
Well, we just had our ride down the Curse at Alton Manor, and oh, there we go. Yeah, there's quite a few effects not working. I don't know what's going on. It's the same here in the shop at the exit. Obviously, this is normally with Emily on here. It's having, oh, it's rebooting, I think. Yeah, there's about, what, 30-40% of the effects not working in there.
Which is a real shame, but the trommel was on, so we was happy to see that one on.
It's funny, like, they've fixed it. Oh, here we go. We've got windows here now. We've got all the files Empty that recycling bin, come on. But yeah, like the troll was on, which was good, but quite a bit of other things that were broke, weren't
There
they?
was a whole scene where literally nothing was working, where it's like found you, there was literally nothing, it was all just off, which is a real shame.
Yeah, since it opened, that's like the worst ride we've had on it, isn't it?
It's for having that many effects off. So
Yeah.
hopefully they get that sorted.
Oh, there we go. Hey, come on, Emily, empty your recycling bin. Well, no, I really enjoyed it still. Again, you know, we can't fully judge things until Saturday, you know, when here's the main season. It's more like a technical rehearsal in a way, you know, these buyout days that they do. So bear that in mind if you are coming to them in the future. That's probably going to be Charlotte's last ride, though, on there.
That will be my last ride, like, because
For a bit.
the lap bar was a little bit tight, so that would be my last ride.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it. It's just a shame that most of the effects was on.
Yeah, it was like, it was just touching, wasn't it?
Just touching, so that would be my last ride on there until baby boy's here.
In a couple of weeks, like, it would have been a complete no-go, would it? So, yeah, it's not worth it. At least you had a ride on it. Shame that there was quite a lot not working. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the vlog, not all areas of the park are open for the Kids Pass Day, and the whole of Forbidden Valley is completely closed off from here. So yeah, there's no way of getting down there at the moment, but we did get some views from on the monorail of Toxicator. I was quite surprised to see the monorail open, actually. I thought, oh, you know, maybe it's not going to be open, but no, it was, and I managed to get some awesome pictures, which I'm going to show you now. And whilst we're down here in a very spooky haunted hollow, here's a look at some of the photos I took from on the monorail this morning coming into the park. Toxicator looks huge from on the monorail. Obviously we've seen the official footage that Alton Towers put out over winter, and also as well seen it from outside the park on the car park. But blimey, it looks massive when you see it up close on the monorail, and obviously that's like a raised up view of it as well. When we're standing at the weekend down on ground level looking up at it, it is going to be a very impressive ride to watch from off-ride, as much as it is going on it. Obviously it's a Huss top spin. It's been 10 years since Ripsaw last operated here at the park, and yeah, this is basically a modernised Ripsaw. It's a brand new ride. It's a suspended model, so this means that you haven't got anything under your feet, and also along with that as well, it's back-to-back seating on here instead of being two-tiered rows that Ripsaw used to be. So it's a brand new model. Obviously the colour scheme for this is completely different to how Ripsaw used to be. So yeah, it's a brand new ride. It's a ground up, and obviously they spun it round and raised it up on the platform, and you know what, it looks awesome, doesn't it? You can also see in these images that the queue lines are in place there now. It does confirm that it will have a single rider queue, which I'm quite interested about, because really a flat ride, you know, if it's been loaded properly, really it's only going to have a maximum of 2 single riders per cycle, so we'll see how that goes. It could end up being longer than the main queue. Along with that, you can see some barrels and green slime and other little bits around the side, so it's looking quite good. I was hoping to, obviously they put a tarmac floor down under it all. I'm hoping we might see like a resin covering or something on there, because I'm not a huge fan of the tarmac, and obviously a lot of Alton Towers has got like the crazy paving, you know, like the block paving, a bit like this actually, you can see behind me around, so I'm not a huge fan of the tarmac. I'm hoping we're going to see like a nice resin covering on there, a bit like what they've done in parts of CBeebies Land. I think that would look nice, but I guess we'll see what happens. Overall though, it's looking good, and I'm excited for the weekend, and of course the official opening day on Saturday. And the really exciting thing is we're going to be bringing you something a little bit earlier than that onto the channel, so stay tuned for our Toxicator coverage coming up later in the week. But yeah, looking good from on the monorail. It's massive. I do love the interactive gravestones here. You know, if you stand on them, they make all different noises. They've had a lot of updated signage around the park as well. And obviously down here, Forbidden Valley, Nemesis Reborn, Galactica, Toxicator, Nemesis Subterra, and access to the Sky Ride. Obviously the blade has been removed. Yeah, I'm interested to see what that big empty pit looks like. The big gargoyles down here. And did you know they used to be in the London Dungeon? Fun fact for you. I do like getting my facts in. This is going around Alton Towers. Yeah, we're going to head down through Mutiny Bay, and then we're going to have a look over in CBeebies Land, because obviously we've got this new junior coaster planned for CBeebies opening next year. And as we mentioned during the Pirate Takeover, they've started to put new footers in place for Get Set Go, Treetop Adventure. So we're going to see if any work's happened around there. I don't think it's open. It's not showing us open on the app. So maybe they've started to do some work around there, because they're going to be rerouting it. So we're going to have a look.
You've got something going up and down in your throat. It's now a trampoline. How did you swallow a trampoline?
I don't know. How did he swallow a trampoline? Something in his throat? Now, if you watch the channel for a while, you'll know we're not really a massive fan of games and things. We don't really play them when we're at a park. We come to get on the rides. But yeah, they have replaced some of the games here in Mutiny Bay. And they put some grabbers down there now as well. Some of them used to be like operated by a person. So obviously HB have decided that grabbers and other games and things, you know, obviously don't take any staff to run, do they? And yeah, I won't be kind of covering the food prize and that sort of thing today. I'm going to look into a bit of that on Saturday, on the opening day, and let you all know. Mutiny Bay is looking nice and fresh. Obviously it was open only a few weeks ago for the pirate takeover, but we may as well have a little look through Sharkbait Reef. It's a nice idea. They're doing special shout outs for birthdays just because it's the Kids Pass member day. And if you've got like birthdays and celebrations, they're putting special shout outs on the screens. They should do that all the time. I think it's Legoland that do that, isn't it? All year round. Sharkbait Reef. I do like little walkthroughs like this though. I imagine this takes quite a bit to run. And it'll also be interesting to see, you know, things like Sharkbait Reef and the Sea Life Centre at Chessington, you know, stay in the future, especially with Merlin looking at closing more sea life centres, you know, across the UK. I guess we'll see what happens. Big changes afoot. There's Nemo and Dory. It's quite interesting. They've actually blocked one of the tanks here now. They just put like a wooden panel and screwed it on. Now this is one where, you know, you walk to that top section. Yeah, it's been blocked in. Interesting. It is good having attractions like this in a theme park though, because obviously, especially on a busy day, it helps add capacity to the park, and you know, Alton Towers really needs that, especially with the lack of filler rides now. Shark. And also on a rainy day, it's good having things like this. On a warm day, it takes me about 5 minutes to walk through. On a rainy day, it takes me about 25. Got all the ants in here as well, there he is. Ants in your pants. Theming's very good in here. Underrated Sea Life Centres for the theming, they're very good. This is like a bit of a shipwreck around here, you know, it's kind of like you're looking out from in the ship itself. Very cool. It's the main ocean tank. Hey.
Shark stingray.
A shark stingray?
No, a shark and a stingray.
Oh, and a stingray. I think that's shark stingray.
A shark and a stingray.
And obviously in terms of the standalone Sea Life Centres now, we're putting them over on our second channel, the Sandbrook Adventures. We've already done Manchester and Blackpool, so head over to the Sandbrook Adventures. We'll have loads of videos coming up over there.
Definitely will be, so stay tuned to that one.
We all know beans are good for the heart.
Feathers McClaw?
We also know the more you...
He's seen better days, I think.
Yes.
So how this used to work is the actual barrel that is in used to spin round and it'd be hidden until you press the button. And obviously it's an animatronic. It's like the only animatronic in the whole park, but yeah, it's not working, unfortunately. Actually, back in the day when it first got put in 2008, it didn't have a button. You used to just like hold the skull and then it'd move. But yeah, Feathers has seen better days, unfortunately.
Very sad, very sad.
Nice walk though through the aquarium. Let's have a little walk around Mutiny Bay. Marauders Mayhem and Heathrow. And we'll have a stroll then over to CBeebies Land, see if there's any more developments ongoing. Because obviously at some point this season, Postman Pat is going to close. I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. If you are into your games, all these ones have stayed like as actual games that you can take part in, you know, with a staff member. Prove yourself as a pirate. Evo? These are iconic though, aren't they? Like these booths here. I remember when I was a kid coming to Alton Towers, they used to queue up all the way back for these at the end of the night.
I want an alien on one of these.
An alien?
Yeah.
What a prize.
Wanting to win.
I used to like that rebound one. I was quite good at that, and I did have a go in the past. I think that was when I worked here. Now, we've not actually seen the Sky Ride testing in person. I know some people did during the Pirate Takeover. But here we go, it's testing today. No gondolas out yet. I think they're all garage still. Where you can see the testing the actual system up there at the top, and this is the station down here by Tower Street. 3 stations obviously here on Tower Street. You've then got Main Drive, which is like the control centre for the Sky Ride. That's located in Forbidden Valley, and you've also got the station in Dark Forest. Oh, here we go, gondolas coming out. We'll stand near them and see if we can see them coming out. This is our first time we've seen movement in over 2 years. This is actually really exciting, just seeing the Sky Ride moving again. It's a great attraction, and obviously it is about the transportation around the park, but it's also a nice scenic ride, you know, it's an iconic part of Alton Towers. Hey, a purple Poma gondola, obviously Poma being the manufacturer. Oh, it's nice to see him again, isn't it? Coming out over Mutiny Bay. What a lovely sight that!
That was brilliant. That gets me excited to get back on the Sky Ride, hopefully from Saturday.
It's really gonna like help you out, isn't it?
It'll help me out a lot, and a lot of people out.
It will. Like, lovely to see gondolas coming out. Obviously doing a full test of it all. The Sky Ride. Lovely to see him going overhead again. Oh, great to see it moving again. All the lawns are blocked off here at the moment because they've relayed a lot of the grass. Obviously, during the constant events that there's been the past few years, the grass has took quite a battering, and then obviously at fireworks, they covered it all over. Yeah, which obviously means that it takes some time to grow back. So what they do is replace a lot of the turf. Obviously, there's not going to be anywhere near as many events this year. So it means the grass isn't going to get as much use. In fact, the stage has gone. For the first time in a few years, the stage isn't there down on the front lawns. All the lighting's out down here ready for Alton After Dark at the weekend. Sky Ride, and obviously they redid all the stations as well, new signage and everything, looking really fresh. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get back on there. Just interested to see if they've still got the invested in the future sign in here, or if that's gone and been replaced with something else. Oh no, it's still there for now. Yeah, surprised we haven't heard anything else about it from Alton Towers, but hopefully we'll be taking flight very, very soon. I really hope so. Be a bit disappointed if it's shut now Saturday in the main season after, you know, we've seen all this work that's been going on and 2 years of closure. And as much as I'm going to miss all the events and also having the entertainment down on the stage, I do like this view a lot better when there's nothing on the lawns. Like, just looking over at the towers, I think it looks beautiful. What I would love to have seen them do is relocate the stage onto Fountain Square. You know, I think that would have been brilliant on there, and a good place to do the events like Oktoberfest and stuff, because, you know, I just love this view, like, unobstructed. I think it looks perfect, just with the lawns and looking out at the towers. The stage didn't look the best off to the right hand side in my opinion, so I'm happy to see it go from here, but obviously I'm not happy to see a reduction in entertainment and events. You know, I just think it would have been good having that in another location, but I'm happy that for the first time in a few years this iconic view has been restored, unobstructed. They have still got these trusses up here though, which have got some speakers on and also the lighting, so hopefully after Alton After Dark they'll take these trusses down, and I imagine that's why they've kept them up at the moment, just to light up the pathway. But yeah, fingers crossed after the After Dark event they'll take them down, and then it will be a fully unobstructed view. Perfect for picnics. We're going to head now into CBeebies Lands. And yeah, when I was talking about the floor at Toxicator, what I was hoping for, something a bit like this, obviously not with the musical patterns and things, but like a resin that goes over the tarmac. I mean, how good would that be? Like green slime and stuff. Yeah, I think that'd really finish it off, because I love this pathway as you come here into CBeebies. Right, let's have a little look round. First off, it looks like they've replaced a lot of the electricity rail around here. It looks very yellow, doesn't it? Yeah, that's definitely been replaced all around there, because obviously that's some of the track that will be staying. Postman Pack, get your last rides in. Alton Towers haven't confirmed yet when it's going to be closing, but it will be sooner rather than later from what we're hearing. So get your rides in if you're coming over the next couple of months. And obviously, as we mentioned during February half term, you've got the new support foundations that have gone into place. They've kind of covered them over, but you can see one there and a couple more to the left. And that's where they're going to reroute the track, and you can tell they're doing that because they've not actually replaced the electricity rails on this section. They've done it on the bits that are staying, you know, around there, because obviously, yeah, it does, yeah, it starts on the corner, because obviously that bend is going to come out and be straight over this way. It is a shame though that it looks like it's going to cut out the indoor section up there, the big house. Yeah, another support will be going down here, and it looks like it's going to kind of curve round over that section. CBeebies Land. So yeah, get your rides in, because obviously we're going to be seeing a big construction wall go up round here, I reckon. Ready for the construction of the new junior coaster. And I kind of shared my thoughts already about it. I'm not really a massive fan of the idea of putting this coaster in here. I think losing Postman Pat, a ride that doesn't have a height restriction, babies can go on it, you know, and then shortening another popular ride in the area just for another coaster what's going to have a height restriction, I don't think it's the best move, to be honest. And I think it's a really nice area like it is, you know, and if it is a Bluey theme, I would like to have just seen them re-theme Postman Pat into Bluey instead, you know. But I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, just documenting all this, because all this track will be coming out round here soon. Good to see Andy's Adventures out here in CBeebies Land. And yeah, it looks like a lot of the folks on entertainment is only going to be in CBeebies Land. So I guess we'll see what happens. Been a lot of changes going on behind the scenes at Alton Towers, and once again, you know, our thoughts with everyone that's been affected with the redundancies and everything that's gone on over winter. You know, some pretty big changes have been happening behind the scenes, not just in entertainments, but in a few departments here at Alton Towers. But yeah, all this will be going away. This building will be coming out. Postman Pat, Jess the Cat. I'm really sad to see this go. Like, honestly, I think it's a nice ride. Would love to it to have stayed and just been rethemed. And yeah, the station for the new junior coaster is going to be about here, and then the maintenance shed is going to go out into the admin staff car park, which is behind them trees over there. So that's kind of going to stick out to the back. Tell you what though, I think the park is looking quite fresh. Like walking around, just looking at things like the roof there on Bugby Go Round, you know, looking really fresh, really vibrant. I mean, the sunshine helps, doesn't it? But in general, you can tell they've been out with a paintbrush and a roller and a pressure washer quite a bit this winter. It's looking really good. I think the park's looking the best it has done in a good couple of years now. So it's like the presentation. Obviously, we haven't got the attractions line up as much anymore and the filler rides, but for what is here, the presentation's looking good. Nice day for a ride on Peter Rabbit down here. We've got so many like extra special happy memories coming up, haven't we? Bringing our little one around CBeebies Land. We'll be here most days probably when he can go on all these rides.
Peter Rabbit!
Hey, Peter Rabbit. Oh, what a stunning day today. It is lovely. Perfect day for this. Dougie's out. See, that's the thing, CBeebies Land still got all the entertainment and meet and greets and everything like that, you know, which is really good. It's a huge part of the area, and I'm sure Alton Towers are contractually obliged to have all the entertainment and things still in this area too, you know, so the cutbacks have more been outside of CBeebies with events and other things. Hopefully we still see Alton Bear about, fingers crossed.
Dougie's waving at people on Go Jetters.
Oh, that's good. Dougie. And still got all the shows here in Big Fun Showtime, Teletubbies, Hey Dougie, Bluey Live and Bing Live as well. And yeah, this is really the only entertainment at the park we're going to see throughout the year as far as we know at the moment. Hopefully other things are going to get announced, but I guess we'll see what happens moving forwards. CBeebies Land's definitely the busiest area of the park today. 30-minute wait for the Octonauts roller coaster adventure, and that's to be expected though. It is Kids Pass Day after all. There's a look over at the ride, the big whale on this lovely day. Blue skies and blue track. And yeah, even though Kids Pass obviously is designed for those with kids, you don't actually have to have kids to sign up to Kids Pass. And you do get quite a lot of theme park discounts, so it might be worth it if you do go to quite a lot of parks looking into it, you know, because we've used their discounts and things quite a few times. We don't sign up like all the time, just kind of sign up for like the limited periods, like when they do them, you know, and you can get a little discount. Right, there's one area of the park left to see really that we've not been in today that of course is open, and that's down at Spinball Whizzer. I do wish that they'd open that gate there. I believe it's something to do with the BBC not wanting anything other than one entrance into the land open, but it was so much better when that gate wasn't there, you know, back when it just used to be storybook land. You mean you have to walk all the way to the top and this entrance on the side just to walk back down there? Yeah, I do wish that that would be open. And yeah, they've replaced all the electricity rails all down this side where the little bumps are on Get Set Go as well. So yeah, that's an ongoing refurbishment. I guess we'll see if it opens on Saturday or not. Obviously we know at some point they're going to be shortening the track, but they might close it at the same time as Postman Pat. I think for me though, I would have liked to have seen them done that fully over the closed season, because you know, if we get into the main season and then you've got that closed and of course Postman Pat ready for the new coaster, it's 2 big rides closed in the area, isn't it? 25-minute wait this afternoon to go spinning and whizzing. It has got the single rider queue, so I'll probably go for that. That was brilliant. Waited about a minute in single rider and was straight on. I was the first person there. I literally just waited for the first 3 and then I was on. Brilliant. These single rider queues that are starting to be added back into Alton Towers are great. And so they can save so much time. It's like that, just saved half an hour there just from having a single rider. Brilliant. I'm back here now on Towers Street. And before we wrap up the vlog, we're just going to have a look inside Towers Trading Company just to see if there is anything new in there yet. Normally though, when they do these kind of pre-season openings, they don't bring any of the new merchandise in. You know, they kind of wait until the start of the official season. But look, that's only a few days away, and be sure to join us for lots of exciting Alton Towers content throughout the year. And hopefully we've got some really different things coming up with Alton Towers this year, fingers crossed. So stay tuned for all of that. What a beautiful day. You've done well though, Charlotte, walking around today.
Shattered now though.
Yeah.
The sky ride.
Oh, that's the thing. Charlotte's not going to be here for the opening day, are you, this year?
No, I'm going out with my mum and dad that day and going out for a nice meal. Which
Oh,
would be really nice.
that'd be lovely.
Having a nice chat.
We're looking a bit sparse down here, so obviously must be getting ready for a brand new range of stuff to come in here, I reckon. Yeah, still got this big section selling the Christmas merch and fireworks. I reckon all this section will be gone by the weekend, and this will be where all the new merchandise is going to be, hopefully.
It's always exciting when they bring out new merch because it's always so good, so I can't wait to see it.
You can tell that this is where it's going to go. Like, they've just got one rail in the middle. That's all ready for the new stuff to come in. Obviously got all your main branded ride merchandise still over here. Have they got rid of the, when did they go? The big logo in the floor. Has that gone for this year? I'm sure it was still there last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't see it.
Yeah, it was here on the floor, the big Alton Towers logo.
Maybe they're the new one.
Yeah, unless it had already gone, but I normally notice these things. Yeah, so can't really see anything new. Still miss the old resins I do. I used to love collecting them, but not a fan of these ones. Bring back the old resins. What's quite interesting is they are still selling Alton Towers Dungeon merchandise in here as well. So, yeah. Guess we'll see what happens with that. I can't see it ever reopening again, but you never know. This soundtrack's amazing, I love it. Especially this bit now. Can't believe they never used this section for the fireworks. How good would this be for the fireworks? Like, be great. There we go. That's Kids Pass Day 2025, a little preview of the main season. Here at the Alton Towers Resort, we're back. We've seen lots of TLC throughout the park today, which is really good. However, first impressions really count. Look at the corkscrew here now, like it really could do with a full repaint or at least a pressure wash. I mean, look at it, looking really tired. All covered in green, and yeah, it really could have done with doing this winter. I thought this would have got done actually. It's been getting bad for a couple of years. You can even see the original yellow colour scheme coming through at the top there, and it's like one of the first things you see when you arrive, or one of the last things you see when you leave. You know, first impressions and lasting impressions count, so hopefully we can get that sorted soon, because yeah, it's not looking good. I remember when I worked here, I was up here every winter with my pressure washer. And a paintbrush. I tell you what, over winter you forget how much walking you do around Alton Towers, don't you?
I am so grateful that the monorail is on, so we can go back to the car parks.
And there's no queue as well. Yeah, I've just left a little bit earlier than park close. I was going to be spending a lot of time here the next few weeks. Well, I am anyway.
Yeah, you are. I might pop in here and there.
Yeah, that's the thing. But Alton After Dark, looking forward to it.
I'm glad that it's back.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's going to be good. Is this the new music they've been using? I think this is it. On the Instagram adverts and Facebook, they've had a new version of Hall of the Mountain King. I think this could be it. Is it going to go into it? Here we go. Dun, dun. Oh. I thought that was going to be it. It sounded like it.
It could have been the moment, but it wasn't.
What even was that then? Nothing's even come on now. That was weird.
Very strange.
It's a bit of a bumpy ride here on the monorail. Yeah, it does definitely need some TLC. It is iconic though, the Alton Towers monorail. We're on the fresh British strawberries train. Comment down below what's your favourite train on the monorail. What about you?
The jelly bean train, but we are a bit sad the music never came back on. It was proper bouncing to it. The jelly bean is my favourite.
Well, that does bring us to the end of our day here at the Alton Towers Resort for the 2025 Kids Pass Day. It's been a really good day, hasn't it?
It's been brilliant today. The weather has been lovely. It's nice to not have a massive coat on for a change.
I know, I can't believe it. Like, I've been quite warm, even my hoodie at points today. It's been lovely. Can we have some more of this nice weather for the main season opening on Saturday, please? That'd be great. But no, it's a really good event to come to for the Kids Pass, if you are a member, because you can get on so many rides a lot quicker. The capacity's probably only been a few thousand here today, which has been brilliant. Nowhere near like the normal capacity of the park. So it's meant that there's been loads of low wait times. I've got quite a lot of rides in. Obviously not many for Charlotte, but...
It's okay, I did Alton Man and that was fine by me. It's just nice being back inside the park.
Yeah, that's the thing, getting all the latest updates. And I've got to say, I'm quite impressed with what we're seeing in terms of the presentation this year. You can clearly see that they've had a lot of painting going on over winter, a lot of pressure washing, and things have been repaired. Things like in the queue for Wicker Man, you know, them little bits there, and a lot of signage has been updated. The park's looking really good, which I'm very pleased about. It kind of felt like last winter, not a lot was done outside of like the normal maintenance. This winter, they've done like above and beyond, they've done the extra. So let's hope that as we get into the main season, the ride availability and operations are going to be just as good as the park's looking, because it's looking really nice and fresh.
It looks lovely, and this is stuff that should be done every year,
Yes.
not just like the odd few years and building up all the rotten stuff. It needs to be done every year, and the park's looking lovely and fresh.
It is, so I'm looking forward to Saturday. Obviously, there's been quite a few closed areas and rides today, things that have been advertised before, like Forbidden Valley. It made it clear from the off that it was going to be shut when you book your tickets, so that's fine. Obviously, a couple of other closures like Hex and things for now, the Rapids. Well, let's see what happens Saturday. Obviously, Saturday will be a good judge on operations and things for this year. There's been 3 of these buyout days over the weekend, so it gives the staff a good chance to get trained up and ready for the bigger crowds of the main season. But overall, I'm impressed with what I've seen today. Obviously, you know, there's a clear lack of rides in some areas, and you can tell that already, even on a quiet day. You know, rides that if there was filler things around wouldn't be building up as bigger queues. But obviously, we've got Toxicator to look forward to. I've been asking for a new permanent flat ride for quite a number of years. It opens this Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it, and of course, you'll be on it later in the year as well.
I cannot wait to ride it later in the year. One go for me though, because I'm not normally a massive fan of like these spinning flats, but it looks really good.
I love an intense ride, so I'm excited for it. And like I said, we've got a little sneak peek coming up later in the week, which will be really exciting. And so stay tuned for that. So give us a follow on all of our social media channels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Lots of Alton Towers content coming up throughout 2025. And come and join us later in the week for Toxicator, Alton After Dark, and the opening day as well. But that leaves one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you soon.